What's going on, guys? My name's Orokaboss. Welcome to today's matchup. Now, today we have a very heavyweight showdown here, and between Bretonnia and Dwarves. Now, as we have on the screen, the companions, Questing Knights of Regiments Arena, and they are in a very wage formation here, and looking really nice. Or you can say lance formation. There you go. So, our Bretonnia army consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 heavy cav, right? Yeah. And 2 of them, actually 4 Questing Knights and 2 Knights of Erin, including Regiments of Renown, both of them. And then we have 2 Peasant Bows, and we have 2 Full Squires paired with Phoenix, and also at the front we have 3 units of Peasant Mobs and 1 man at arm with shields. Up in the air we have a Prophetess Heaven, and she is rocking a Sword of Stone, which is like a bombardment spell, and also Arcane Conduit, Chain Lightning, Thunderbolt, Wing Blast, Harmonic Convergence, and Rolling Skies. Well, there's nothing. I guess Dwarfs can bring gyrocopters, and this can be useful, but gyros doesn't really do anything in melee as well. But I don't know, like, I just don't think Rolling Skies is a good pick here. But anyways, and actually 3 Peasant Bows. And for the Dwarf player here, we have Slayers ×2, protecting the Thunders, and Thunderers ×3, 2 Cannons, 2 Longbeards, and Dwarf Warriors ×4, I believe. There you go. And leadership in command here is Rune Lord, rocking that infamous Rune of Wrath and Rune, and Phoenix together with Gotrek. Now, we're gonna see how this battle is gonna play out. Right from the get-go, cannons are firing, but right now cannons are not firing into important target, except this one here is actually firing into those full squads. And here we're gonna see all his glory. Oh no! Look at the rocks. I believe that did a lot of HP damage, even though it didn't kill a lot of models, but look at that. It's already down to half HP. And here, we're gonna see the Thunderbolt in all its glory. There you go. That's a cannon piece gone. So, Lord of Heaven is actually pretty good at taking care of cannon. You don't even need to overcast that to do a lot of damage onto, I mean, you can one-shot artillery piece, pretty much. So, because I fought a similar list before, where people just one-shot my cannon and then send in his heavy knights, but it's not the case here. And those knights are in range. Why the cannon still firing at Peasant Bows? The cannon should be firing into companions, in my opinion, because all these Questing Knights are parked inside the cannon range, and I believe they say like oh yes, cannons may not be able to shoot them because there's an elevation here. Anyways, so that's something very interesting as well. Now with 2 Thunderbolts, this cannon is down to 1 single model left. Now cannons are firing into companions. That's some very good shots. Cannons can kill models directly, so that's definitely very valuable shots right there. I believe cannons were gonna shoot them like right from the get-go, but just didn't. Thunders are trading fire with Peasant Bows, and right now Bretonnia player just looking very indecisive about his play, because he's slowly moving companions away, but so far just Peasant Bows trading fire while using that Prophetess Lord of Heaven to take care of the cannon. So he just basically want to take care of all the cannons and then gonna move in and take care of the rest of them. So I don't know. Like this cannon is actually moving forward for no reason. I'm not too sure what happened there. And here Slayers are trading with man-armed with shields, which is pretty bad in my opinion. A Battle will be using Lombias to block here and just keep those Slayers in reserve. Because right now they are being shot at by the Python bows, which is the worst thing ever could happen to them. And full squad is actually slowly wrapping around, which is good. But on this flank though, it's just all dwarfs. Like there were no infantry here. Two peasant mobs are tiling up at the dwarf warriors, and this full squad is gonna basically just destroy those dwarf warriors in no time. Slayers are coming, Olympians are coming in to just fend off Phoenix. Phoenix is really bold here actually. And now squads are getting matched up with Slayers, which is good, which is very good for squads. And here companions did a charge and then quickly get pulled out. But the thing I want to slow down things a little bit and show here. You see all these models are stuck in here, they're all gonna just die because if you put your cavalry into a lance formation and you charge into something, they're gonna just try to pull through. So which means if you want to pull out straight away, a lot of units is gonna stuck here and just die. That's why just a single charge, this Knights of Iron Regiment's Renown is actually down to half HP already and lost a lot of models to Slayers. So if you want to do like a cycle charge hit and run tactic, you don't want to put them into a lance formation. You only want to put them in lance formation when you try to pull through, like just play your cavalry like a chariot. So as chariot, just once those models hit the front line, you just basically give a attack order to something else. And with lance formation, you just basically play your cavalry like a chariot. And here, it's just because this Question Knights and Knights of Iron are still not coming in, which is just concerning because given all these troops are already dying off to dwarfs. But the good thing is that cannons are pretty much all offline. Oh, there were still 2 models left here. Like, what is this cannon targeting? This cannon should be targeting those Question Knights. I'm not too sure. And here, there's no need to kill this cannon crew. There were no artillery pieces left here. The battle will be just straight into those thunderers. And here, dwarves are actually giving a chase to Phoenix, but they will never catch. So yeah, he realized that and just need to pull back straight away. And yeah, thunderers are actually dying to peasant bows. And now Question Knights are coming in. Those thunderers gonna get taken care of in no time. And pretty much this whole side, even though we still have 4 very healthy dwarf infantry here, but if you just play Question Knights, just micro them safely, you can take care of all these units in no time. But here, Dwarf actually got a strong unit, a strong blob here, even though it doesn't look like it, but given all these are peasants and man-arms and a very depleted foot squads, this is actually a Dwarf strong pocket because it consists of 2 hero units, a rune lord, and a pretty much full health Lombias. Now, this game, I think Dwarf infantry just got stretched really wide, which is never a good thing. Because your infantry, the strength of your infantry is that they all have charge defense, especially shielded Lombias and Dwarf warriors. If you kept them close, like a really tight formation here, and you just basically brace those cav charges, Bretonnia Knights not gonna do a whole lot against you. So right now, because you spread the floor really wide and you just can't really protect anything. Like all these troops are just gonna die to cycle charge because they are pretty much isolated from your core. So that's something I want to comment here because it could be much better in favor of dwarfs. And here dwarfs are just slowly marching into this block here. But the thing is, on the battlefield right now, dwarf has no range because all the range units have been taken care of, and Bretonnia still have like more than I don't know, like 1, 2, 3, 4 knights here, and I believe 1 knights here. There you go. So there's still 5 very elite heavy cavalry on the battlefield. So it's just looking really grim for dwarves right at the moment. But as I said, if dwarf can consolidate and get all these troops back into this blob here and just basically fortify this this pocket, I think those Bretonnia knights are gonna struggle. That's just my prediction, because there are still slayers here, right? Yep, there are still slayers, just one of them. The other unit actually died to peasant bows, unfortunately. But the issue here is that we still have a very healthy peasant bowman left with 48 models and 1/3 of ammunition. So which means they can fire all their shots into the slayers and pretty much get rid of them. And now we're gonna see the charge incoming. Oh, calves are actually going away. And the other thing I want to comment that, you see those slayers have no charge defense, right? I might be wrong. They should not have charge defense. So battle call would be just put slayers in the center, or maybe just stack directly onto the non-beers. In that case, when those arrows coming in, non-beers can actually block some shots for the slayers. Right now slayers are exposed for the charge and exposed for the peasant bow arrows. They don't have charge defense, when all 3 of these units have. So a battle call would be just put them directly in the middle here and stacking them, and maybe just put a long beer unit directly on top of it. Oh, that's a wind blast. That's not an ideal situation for wind blast, by the way, because wind blast, the strength is that it can do a tremendous amount of damage onto low armor units. So imagine that wind blast is on the slayers. The slayers gonna just gone, but dwarf warrior is not gonna take a lot of damage, and I mean they have 85 armor on top of a lot of 20% magic resistance. So wind blast not gonna do a whole lot to dwarf warriors, but this charge is just gonna obliterate all these slayers. As I said before, they have no charge defense and they're just gonna get shredded to pieces by the calf charge. And this is, as the knights pouring in, all the slayers just gonna die from the impact damage. And that's something you don't ever want to happen, because all of these guys have charge defense except the slayers. And now Bretonnia is just gonna pull all the knights away and just rinse and repeat. But we do have a master rune threaten rune, which means this unit can be caught and then just die here, which is fantastic, by the way. And right now the focus should be onto the question knights, but I'm not too sure, because right now Bretonnia needs to pull out and disengage, in my opinion. Oh, there's a bombardment spell again. Wow. That's gonna gain a lot of value. Oh, that's actually a... Oh my gosh. That's a chain knightling. And it's a perfect one as well. Wow. Oh my gosh. That pretty much was casted onto the entire dwarf blob. All of these dwarf warriors and... Oh my gosh, all the infantry are just gone. 3 full health units deleted just by that one single cast. This is some picture perfect wind blast. Sorry, I don't even know chain knightling I have ever seen. I have never seen a chain knightling spell one-shot 3 dwarf infantry before, by the way. That's just amazing. And now all of a sudden, Dwarf only has 3 lords left. And look at the Bretonnia side, we still have companions. And we still have a lot of heavy knights, even though this unit is actually sitting here looking pretty. But yeah, these foot lords are getting buffed. I mean, since the new patch. And I have tried, like I tried Alaria with 2 nobles on foot before against Scribble, but the thing is that foot lords will not win you the game, and it just basically demonstrates here. They just basically get kited the entire game and just get ignored until the very end. People just cycle charge them to death. Like here. Those knights, all they need to do just engage, charging, and disengage, and just rinse and repeat. So we're just gonna, because there's nothing else left except this one unit Lombus right now dying to Questing Knights. We're just gonna speed up things. Right now Bretonnia just need to do like a lot of cycle charge and should be winning. The Rune Lord got routed off and regained leadership, and Rune Lord is about to die. And all that's left is Phoenix and Gotrek, which are still holding firmly, but I can imagine that Bretonnia gonna win eventually. Phoenix got isolated here. Just need to... oh, companions actually having a little bit trouble. There you go, more knights are charging in, companions charging back in, and I gotta say Phoenix and Gotrek are very hard to take care of. Very, very hard. Now just need to escort that Rune Lord outside the map, there you go. And just need to do more cycle charge. Oh, that's Phoenix taking care of one knight there. Peasant bulbs are coming back in. And yeah. So, like, harmonic convergence can be really good here. Phoenix gonna die. And just Gotrek left. Gotrek is the Slayer, so he's never gonna rout, but he's gonna die eventually. But there's pretty much not that many knights left, by the way. But the thing is, I still think Bretonnia got this. It's very close. I'll give him that. Very, very close. Companions are down to 2 models. Oh, there you go. That's a very, very close game, I have to say. As we dive onto the scorecard, Slayers did okay. I mean, they killed a lot of peasants, and Gotrek did fantastic. He killed 128 units, and most of them are very elite units as well. And the knights performed really well. Like Questing Knights, 150 kills is no joke. Companions always gonna perform. Questing Knights at 105 kills, which is also very nice. Peasant Bows actually gained a lot of value, especially this unit here. And I think one of the Slayer unit actually got focused on really hard there. And yeah, Squires are always gonna give you 50-ish kills against Dwarfs. Cannons got pretty focused on by the Lord of Thunder, and boy, that Chain Lightning cast, amazing stuff. One shot 3 units, amazing, amazing. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the cast. Orokaboss signing out.